Okay, so Severed Steel. Let's get into it. This game is an incredibly fluid, fast-paced movement shooter that feels really indebted to Super Hot or to the recent Neon White or even to those old school shooting movement shooters like Quake or something that I used to play a lot as a kid, Star Trek Voyager. The gameplay and movement feels a bit floaty, and I guess a negative way of saying that is some parts of it feel clunky, but the floatiness in this movement shooter I find to be an appealing aspect as it allows for quick introduction to the game, something that's easy to learn, but then there's not much room for mastery due to that impreciseness of the movement, but it still makes things look wicked cool as you're running around, jumping and diving and crouching and sliding and shooting people in the head while still being able to navigate to a certain degree, but not know exactly how you're getting there, as in a mastery of the controls. Like, I never felt sure of how far I was jumping or sliding, and but that floaty nature allows you to just coast around and to plan out your attack accordingly. That being said, when you don't have a gun in your hand and you're forced to use the melee combat that they would like you to use to steal a gun or to kick someone, it feels a bit finicky, and a lot of the time it shot me in weird directions where I was upside down, I didn't know which way was up, and what have you, and you die very quick when you don't have a gun. But in a way that plays to its advantage, because it feels a bit like a clunky puzzle game, like it doesn't want you to not have a gun, which in fact it doesn't, because that's the whole point of the game. So it feels like Hotline Miami in that way, where you feel very naked when you don't have a gun, and instead you're planning your route through the space in split seconds, kind of like Hotline Miami in those really intense moments when you would lose your weapon, or something like Super Hot, where it would afford you a little bit of time to plan out how you're going to move through the room and kill everyone. The game is also very self-aware of every objective that it's setting out for you to do, that in a way that it inspires speed and creativity, something like the recent Neon White, and the destructibility that it offers inspires a lot of creative ways to get to your destination, and it will inspire you to go as quickly and the most direct route as possible. And even if that's through more enemies, which equates to more shooting and more fun. And all the while, I felt like I was in the hands of developers that knew how to follow the fun in a design of their game. And I felt myself striving to do that as well, to figure out new and creative ways of tackling each situation. So even if there weren't a lot of enemy variation, there's maybe 5 or 6 different types of enemies in the game, with only 2 of them requiring a different mode of attack, I still inspired myself to, hey, I'm going to shoot this guy without slow-mo, or I'm going to slide and then duck and then steal this guy's gun and then shoot his legs out and then come back around him and kick him in the face and da-da-da-da-da. So it really inspired a new level of creativity on my part of how to tackle each one of these situations. The music is pumping throughout, and they have this neat little feature that when you pause the game, it tells you which song is playing, which if you like that kind of techno house, that will be a great feature. You'll have plenty of new songs to discover. There's about 6 chapters, which took me about 2 hours to play in this game, which I felt to be a great amount. Obviously depends on the price that you're going to buy it for, but for me, who got it for free, it was fantastic. And that's not including the level editor, and they have all these different challenges and speed runs, and there's new ways to play the campaign, a new game plus that unlocks different weapons and different map layouts and different difficulties. So I would definitely recommend, if you're looking at your backlog, to put this one to the top of the pile. This is just a terrific game that I recommend anyone to check out.